Nano aquariums are one of the most popular things going on in this hobby right now. But you know what? Screw this. We need to talk about something pretty important. Something I've been thinking about for a while, and it's time to go ahead and talk about it with you. When I first started this YouTube channel back in 2011, it was fun. I started it for fun, to share my love of this hobby, and I basically turned the camera on and I would just see what happens. And it was so much fun for me. And then in 2018, 19, I don't know, sometime, we fell into like a formula. We started doing things the same way kind of every week. We got into the formula of doing the 10 things videos, the top 10 lists. It was a lot of fun and our channel blew up when we did that. But I gotta be honest with you, after 3 years of doing that, it's kind of run its course. It's kind of gotten, dare I say, old and boring. And to be honest, there's not a whole lot of things left to talk about and do these scripted kind of, I don't know, that kind of video. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know that there's anything left to talk about with that kind of video. And I think it's time to make a change. It's time to involve more Carl in our videos. No, it's not that, and the change is not John growing a beard, although I am. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know if it works for me or not, but hey, we're gonna have some fun with it and see what happens. No, what I'm talking about is I wanna bring the fun back. I wanna start having fun on this channel again and exploring this hobby, spending more time in the fish room. We have this gorgeous fish room now, and there's so many things that I could be out here doing, sharing with you, but I don't do it because I say, no, that's not part of the formula. Well, that's all gonna change now. Instead of doing these lockdown, scripted, kind of by the book type videos, no, I'm gonna relax a little bit. I'm gonna have a little fun. And maybe you'll get a real good taste of my real personality and, more importantly, Lisa's personality. That one's a firecracker. So what can you expect? You can expect there to be a little bit more laid back type of a thing with my videos. I'm not gonna go as hardcore with the editing. I'm gonna have more fun. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna enjoy myself. And that's gonna start today. I've got to show you what I have going on in here in the fish room. The title of this video is Chaos in the Fish Room, and that is not clickbait. That's real. Let me show you. We have to start out up here. I've got this really cool breeding group of fluorescent peacocks. I got these last week from the Cichlid Shack. I'm really excited about these, and I'm excited about the videos that are going to come from this tank because we're going to talk a lot about breeding African cichlids, and I'm going to actually be able to show you everything that's going on in there. Now, when I talk about chaos going on in the fish room, this is one of the things. This is a real problem, these windows. I thought it was going to be great. Hey, we've got all these windows. We're not going to be feeling like we're in a dungeon. Well, that comes at a cost. With all of these windows comes a ridiculous amount of algae. Lisa just cleaned these the other day, so they look pretty good, but you can see it all over the place. It's out of control. So one of the things we're going to be doing very soon is putting some blackout curtains over top of these windows. And right now, I hate the idea of doing that because this room is so dark, but that's going to change too because I just ordered a bunch of lights that I'll be putting in here and it'll brighten this room up and we won't feel like we're in such a cave. The two windows in the back there, those are going to stay. Carl is going to stay. This right here is Baby Kitty. You haven't been introduced to her yet. Baby Kitty, say hi. Say hi. You haven't seen her yet because she's usually hiding, but the two back windows and the two windows on the door and above the door, those are gonna stay windows, but everything else is gonna get blocked off so that we don't have the problem with the algae. John, why are these tanks so dark? Well, that's an easy explanation. Because I don't have lights on them yet. They're coming in next week. I've got my Hygger lights coming in. We're gonna have them available on the website finally. It's been a while since we've had them, but they will be in our inventory as well as on both of those tanks as of next week. This here, where Carl is hanging out, this is our setup for getting the rest of the beta system set up. It's a work in progress. We're working on it right now. Hopefully going to have that together within the next week or so. And this whole place will start to finally come around. We'll have lights. We'll have the windows taken care of. We'll have lights on the tanks. It'll be a different world. So once all that's done, I'll be very, very happy. This room here, Lisa has been working really hard out here to pretty this place up, and she's doing a phenomenal job. We're gonna get some more lights out here too. The first half of the beta system looking sweet with the black cards instead of the multicolored, looking really, really good. The second half of the system, not so much. That's gonna look better as we move forward. Give me a couple more weeks and that will be done. I do have to go to Aquashella next weekend, so it's not gonna be done next weekend, but hopefully the weekend after that, I'll let you know, don't worry. But today, I wanted to talk about nano filtration. This is something that, it's a pretty big topic because nano aquariums are really, really popular right now. And filtration is one of those things that I get asked about a lot. What's the best type of filtration? Should I use a sponge filter? Should I get a hang on the back filter? A canister filter? What should I get for my nano tank? And I'm gonna answer that question today. My answer may surprise you, but some of you, it might not. By the way, this area back here is a complete wreck. This is kind of like the collect all where we put everything while we're working. But I'm standing over here right now because the AC is over here and it feels a lot better. So nano filtration, the first thing that you're gonna think of is sponge filters. Sponge filters are great. They're one of the best forms of filtration in this hobby. But are they right for a nano tank? Sure, they can be, but they're kind of ugly. I mean, if we're being honest with each other, sponge filters in a nano tank are pretty ugly because nano tanks are so small. We're talking about tanks that are like 5 gallons or less. If you're having a whole corner of that tank being occupied by a sponge filter, it's not all that nice. Especially when usually nano tanks are going to be heavily aquascaped. They're going to have all these live plants and you're going to have all this stuff all over the place. You don't want to lose that valuable floor space to a sponge filter. Even though they are phenomenal at filtering an aquarium, you might not want to use those for a tank that small because there's only so much space. I have a nano. Well, I have a really small canister filter up here that I'm gonna show you. Oh, we're gonna talk about canisters in a minute. I had to get that down. This thing it's adorable. It's a little teeny tiny canister filter. Next would be hang on the back filters for a nano tank. Yes, they do exist. There are teeny tiny nano hang on the backs. We used to have some. I don't know if we have any anymore. They are out there. They're kind of difficult to find. And if you can find one, they're great because they sit on the back of the tank, so they're not taking up a bunch of space inside the aquarium, but they're very, very efficient and they work really well. I mean, I'm a huge fan of hang on the back filters. I'm gonna prove that to you. I got 2 titles on Lisa's 125 for her discus. I've got a title on my goldfish tank back here. I've got an Emperor 400. This thing is old. It's like 12 years old. I've got this running on the goldfish tank. I am a big fan of hang on the back filters and small, teeny, tiny, itty bitty ones that go on nano tanks. Sure, I'm a fan of those too, but there's only one drawback to those, and that is a lot of people have nano tanks on their desk or on a bookshelf or something like that, where they're right up against the wall. You're not gonna wanna have a big old hang on the back filter or even a little hang on the back filter sitting on the back of your nano tank because it would push it too far out and it might not fit on your bookshelf or take up too much space on your desk or whatever. Nobody wants that. So that's probably the biggest drawback to hang on the back filters for nano tanks is the fact that they're gonna hang off the back, which is exactly what they're supposed to do. Probably wouldn't be as dark out here if this light bulb wasn't burnt out. Now the next type of filtration to talk about for nano tanks is one that we probably shouldn't even talk about because who uses a canister filter on nano tanks? I don't know anybody that does. But if you are gonna use one, they do make some that are really, really tiny. And they're just adorable. They're the cutest little things you've ever seen. Look at this little tiny canister filter. This is the CJ Whale, and it is their 120. Sorry, Jay. I guess it's the 120 is the brand, is the model number. It's the smallest one they have. It's so cute and dainty and adorable. Overkill for a nano tank? Of course it is. I mean, but we are fish keepers. We like to overkill the hell out of everything, don't we? If you really want to overkill a 5-gallon tank, you could use something like this, but come on. It's not really realistic to use a canister filter on a nano tank. You're not going to impress anybody by doing that. If you've got a 5-gallon tank or smaller than that, you're going to want to use either a hang on the back filter, a sponge filter, or the filter we're going to talk about next, which is what I think is the best filter for nano tanks. It just is what it is. Okay, are you ready for this? We are back out in Lisa's fish room. Make all the accusations you want. John's being a salesman. John's doing what John does, whatever. You can say whatever you want to say. And I'm sorry, there's going to be some noise behind you from the sump, from the beta system. But the best filtration for nano aquariums is the filtration that's built into some of these tanks. Now, yes, we sell on our website the aquatops. We sell the cubes, we sell the bullets, and we sell the new Venti, which is a specific beta tank, which I love. It's 5 gallons. They make a smaller version, but we only carry the 5 gallons. That one has 2 corner built-in sponge filters. They're almost like little sponge sumps. They're adorable. Check it out. It's going to be right down there. I mean, right below us in the videos now is the tray that shows products that we have available on the website. Thank you, YouTube, for doing that. I will have the Venti, the very first thing on that list. So all you got to do is scroll down and you'll see it right down there. It is absolutely adorable. But forget about the ones that we sell on the website, because it doesn't matter which ones we sell. All of them are going to be better than having a sponge filter or having a canister filter or a hang on the back. And I'm going to give you my reasons why. But in order to do that, I got to come back out here because, man, it's hot back there. And I also, I'm going to show you this. This is embarrassing, but I only admit this to my true friends. You see that cardboard up there? That's up there because that window's broken. You want to know how long it's been broken? Since before we bought this house. Shame on me. I have the glass already. I'm going to fix that. I know how to fix windows. If you want to see that in a video, let me know, and maybe I'll show you. But the reason why I want to say those filters are the best for nano tanks is because they're easy, they're quiet, they're built in, so it's not taking up any floor space of your nano tank. And most of them are going to have the filter is black, so you already get your black background. Everything is all set, and almost all of those are plug and plays. So you pull them out of the box, you put the pump down in the sump, you put your sponges in, you plug it in, and you're ready to go. So maybe not as easy as a sponge filter, but super efficient, super quiet, easy to maintain, built in, doesn't take up any more floor space. To me, you can't lose. And listen, when you take the price of a 5-gallon tank and you add to it the light, the lids, the filtration, all of that, you put it all together, you're not going to spend any more money. Maybe a couple dollars more, I don't know. But you're not really going to spend any more money buying one of those complete kits than you would if you buy it all individually. If I've learned anything about making this type of video, it's that it's going to make me sweaty. But hey, it's summertime. This is North Carolina. It's hot down here. That kind of stuff happens. But anyway, that's my thoughts on nano filtration. You can disagree with me. It's fine. I'm from a world where we can disagree and we can still be friends. It's all good. It's no problem. But that's just how I feel. For me, whenever Lisa sets up a new nano tank, it's going to be one of those. And sure, I have like 70 of them out in my warehouse right now, and it's nice to be able to just go grab one, but that's not why I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that because these are great tanks. A lot of companies make these tanks. The Fluval ones are fantastic. I've had quite a few of those. In fact, I thought I had one in here, but it must be in the storage unit. We've had the Fluval Flexes and the Specs and all of those. They're fantastic too. But the ones that we have set up right now are the Aquatops. So that's why I showed you that one. I am a big fan of those. Takes the guesswork out of it. It's all good to go. It's all right there. Comes in the box. With the Aquatops, you do have to buy a heater. not a big deal, but it's very cool to be able to just take it all out of the box, set it up, and you're ready to go. You don't have to worry, is it enough filtration? Is it taking up all this floor space? It's all right there. It's all done for you. Takes all the guesswork out of it. So yeah, you might get a little sticker shock when you see those, but at the end of the day, to me, it's well worth it. So thank you so much for going on this little adventure with me. This was a lot of fun. This is what I want to do, folks. Oh my God, I had so much fun doing this. This is how I like to do videos. This is how I've wanted to do videos for a long time, but I've just felt like the YouTube algorithm is gonna hate me if I do that, if I get all sweaty, but this is what I wanna do, and I hope you enjoy it. Definitely let me know down in the comments below if you like this kind of video. I'm not gonna be all hot and sweaty all the time, but it's 128 degrees today, so you know, it is what it is. The air conditioner can't keep up, but I like this a lot. I like to be able to just speak freely to you and not read off of a script. Hopefully you like it too. But coming up in the next few weeks, I am going to Aquashella next weekend. I might try to make a video with that. I don't know, we'll see. And then I'm gonna be doing these lights in this room. I'm gonna be doing the curtains. I'm gonna be adding lights to this tank. I've got a super secret project that's going on in our barn right now that I cannot wait to share with you. There's so much going on. So if you're into this kind of stuff, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on it. I'm gonna move on now because if there's anything I know about myself, it's that I have a hard time stopping talking. So I'm just gonna do that now. Thank you so much for watching this. Bye.